Good morning, beautiful people, and Ryan. We want to go ahead and get today started. We have a beautiful episode,
Hold on
wonderful
a second.
episode for you guys today. We have the original host of Blerd Lines podcast with your boy, the one and only Captain and you, and then we also have the one and only Dad Pad Gaming. What's
Who's
going?
dadding at this very moment? What's
Who's
going on,
dadding
y'all?
at this very moment? What's going on, man? We had a very interesting week of being dads.
Man, who you telling?
So if people don't know
Yeah,
this, Greg and I, we're not biological brothers, but our lives are so fucking similar, and we've been around each other since I was in elementary that you would have thought we were blood related.
right,
It's terrifying how similar our lives are.
right. Both of us have bonus children. Both of us have married chocolate nurses. Both of us have children who are currently suspended from school.
Oh my goodness. How's my mic now, bro? It's my mic is probably was kind of low. I did see my your stuff is always kind of off. Okay. So, but yeah, bro, it's been one hell of a week. Also, we cook our asses off. Don't forget to tell the people that Greg is a is
Oh
a
yeah,
is a demon when it comes on top of that stove, and he's starting to get his skills on the grill. I'm proud of him because I've been grilling since I was young. Like I started before Greg, and I've been one with the Jesus sandals. So it ain't nothing to a boss. You feel me? To get right.
mm-hmm.
So
Man, I made these lemon pepper chicken wings on Friday. The mugs were so good, I had to throw the second pack on yesterday. Oh my god.
oh my god, he told me about the lemon pepper sandwich he's made. Great, and see, that's the type of brotherhood that you need. Y'all be talking about, yeah, man, I got this chick, this, that, and the third. Nah,
Give me a second,
we
Kyle.
be sharing. Hey, I made this meal the other day, boy. I was like, what seasoning did you
Yeah.
use?
Yes. Tell me about the seasoning, please.
Please, what was the
You know what I'm
prepping
saying?
process?
Right. What did you marinate it
Okay,
in? You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
People don't know
That's
about
that's what I
mayonnaise.
want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me what your zodiac sign is. Tell me what your marinade formula of choice is.
Right. Like, don't tell me, like, a real question, the realest question any cook, any person can say, what Alfredo sauce do you get? And the correct answer is if homemade is not it, you can't cook.
Right. From scratch university. What do you mean?
Okay.
That's what I'm doing today. So I've been experimenting with the lemon pepper chicken because I've been wanting to fine tune. So what I have in my fridge right now, I got about 2.5 pounds of boneless chicken thighs,
Mm-hmm.
marinating in a little bit of lemon pepper,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of I found this. It's a Kinder brand. It's a fire roasted garlic season. It's so good. Like go find that shit.
Okay.
So soak it in that with a little bit of olive oil, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of water just to kind of break it up a bit, and then one lemon, and then the actual, you throw the lemons in there after you juice them just to get that extra flavor. And it's
Right.
been soaking like that for 2 days. So I'm gonna throw them bad boys on the grill. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Right.
throw them on the grill, get those nice and delicious.
Delicious.
And then on the other end, I'm gonna go ahead saute up a little bit of onion,
Mm.
some spinach, and then
Mm.
I'm gonna make me an Alfredo sauce. But then I'm gonna give the Alfredo sauce like a blackened chicken Cajun seasoning to it.
You gonna have to send me
I'm gonna
pictures
have
of this.
yeah, so I'm going for like a lemon pepper garlic pasta
Mm-hmm.
with that Cajun flair. I'm
Okay.
really excited, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like soon as we done here, I'm firing up the grill. I'm boiling down noodles. Like it's going down.
I can't wait, man. So like with G, what he's been experimenting. My thing is I'm experimenting with like salmon a lot more because I need a break from chicken. And just to let y'all know in the chat, I want to thank D Rain, my boy Ryan, Demigod. I know Ray is gonna pull up here. Um, chicken
Oh yeah,
thighs
you
is
know
for the
Ray and T Will about to pull up.
right. I just want to let y'all know, chicken thighs is for moist chicken that you're trying to do things with, and
Mm-hmm.
only experienced people because my wife has been trying to find a way to keep chicken breast moisturized for about since I married her, and it ain't worked yet. And she was like, "How do you keep your
It's all
chicken size
it's
so?"
it's a it's only a couple ways you gonna
We ain't, we
work out
can't,
that chicken breast.
but man, we can't share the secrets, man. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just want to let y'all know my shit ain't never been dry. But I've been
Mm-hmm.
experimenting with salmon, and so for me, I'll soak like wood planks for 24 hours in
Oh.
some apple juice or pineapple juice,
Oh. Oh.
and then for 24 hours, and then I put like seasoning on the wood. And then you get your wood chips, and I make my own. I got my own little secret to keep my food moist and put in the grill. I can't tell G knows because I you know what I'm saying, it's my bro, and I told him like, yeah, bro, you
Mm-hmm.
do this, you know what I'm saying, evaporate, you know what I'm saying. So I get that together. So I put all that stuff in there, and I cook my fish on like 250 slow, top shelf,
Yes.
and let that smoke and get in the pineapple or the apple juice soak into that fish. Just and then I do two different types. So I have a butter garlic that I've gone ahead and spread on top while it's cooking slowly in the grill. Or I got
You know what I'm
this
saying?
motherfucking white sauce that I have freaked, bro. So I get some heavy cream. I got my own season I put together. You need to fuck with Danos. Danos is tough. Danos is tough, bro. Like Danos is it. I put
I'm
some
putting the show on, Kai.
put some Danos on it, and then I'll in the half and half. I put mushrooms, just shallots, garlic. Let it do its thing with a
Mm.
base of white wine. After you sauteed up the vegetables, white wine in there. Season it up. Put the half and half. If you want cheese, put some cheese in there, but you don't need it. Put 2 sticks of unsalted butter. Sprinkle some salt and some sugar in there. Lemon juice. Blackstone griddle thing. Yeah, exactly. That. God, welcome. Because you're a super dad. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting eggshell grill. So, man, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Then my go-to meals like mashed potatoes with sauteed asparagus. One day, y'all, we're gonna put together a file
That's what
of
we need.
we need a
We
father
need. It
stream.
sounds like we need a. It sounds like we need to have a cooking pod. Cause, sheesh.
We need a father's pod of just cooking. Like, hey, this is for the dads that like to get on the grill. Like that. And that boom. Because I know all of us got our own aprons, and I just got my first pair of Crocs too. I have evolved. I have
Oh, I see
evolved.
you. Something about them. Just gotta wear them bad boys with socks. You wear them without socks, you going too dad out here.
Oh man, wait until I get my New Balances. It's over.
Oh, you already got your monarchs, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, you already know.
I gotta get my monarchs.
In
You
the
know what I'm saying?
tube
I gotta get
socks,
them done.
on God.
Oh, and the
In the
tubies.
tubes. But man, we
Oh,
got a nice show for y'all today, man. We last week we had some unexpected things. In the words of myself and G, wise be wifing. It
yes, they
just,
do.
man, like right now, mine's stressed out because of school. I can't do shit about it, but let her be stressed because I'm just like, okay, you got it. I'm just here. Just don't kill me today. And then G's just doing G things. So,
Yeah.
but last week was gonna be good, but man, we got a hellified show for y'all today. We got some delicious. Starfield has went gold, so we still got something to look forward to. Baldur's Gate 3 has came in, kicked the doors down, ripped the shirts off, and said, "This is what you will be kissing on for the next several months because I am the
Yo, stop
standard."
talking. We got an emergency. Skeeto baby.
Uh oh.
Marie is in the
Oh,
building.
oh, Skeeto baby.
Welcome,
Woo!
welcome, welcome. Yo, yo, yo. We appreciate you pulling up. Like the rest of these people are guests, but you are a VIP guest. So thank you for pulling up. Please
Absolutely.
continue because we do got stories. We do got stories.
Absolutely. We got Xbox 360 store closing. Pokemon Company finally using their heads and considering slowing down dev cycles. Thank God. And then Gamescom predictions. We got a nice thick um what is it?
You can throw
Schedule.
one more thick on there. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. We got a decent amount of content to talk to you guys today. And for me and Ryan, I have things to hate on, things that I want to disrespect and tell people to do better on. But man, gee, where you want to start off today, man?
So I actually want to start with something very brief.
Okay.
And this isn't on the docket, but I want to start with this. I'm gonna make it very brief.
Do you
Yo,
think?
Luffy Gear 5 is out, y'all. Okay.
Yes.
This is what you gotta understand. And I'm gonna defend One Piece, and I know that's foreign for y'all, right? Because I
Yes.
saw the first episode of Gear 5, that shit was mid, the pacing was terrible. The episode was 22 minutes long, and 16 minutes of it was like B plot and all this other like strange shit that did not matter for the story.
Yeah, it was just
But the second episode of Gear 5 was solid. It was decent. And again, I'm not a One Piece fan, but it was decent. Animation, the artwork was amazing, right?
mm,
But y'all got to understand the concept of Gear 5 is that this man has powers that are so ridiculous that they break all logic and reasoning within his universe. Yes, it looks hella cartoony. That's because, like, if I read somewhere that Oda said it was literally inspired by the shenanigans of the great Tom and Jerry. Like, that might not be for y'all, okay?
yeah.
It doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean it's mid. Sean, here you go in the chat. It's probably just not for you. So, Sean, I know like you just started getting into One Piece. You see where it's headed. If you don't like it, just get out now, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm
Like
not mad at it. I think it's unique, and I think it's a really interesting take. Especially when we already have your super powered individuals that do the Goku, the Deku, the Tanjiro thing. Like, this is a different direction to go in. And it's giving me those bo vibes.
yeah.
So,
And just for
it's all
somebody
good.
and like for somebody who's actually like watches it, it's literally just he's everything he touches turns to rubber. And it's, cartoon feel. I mean, that you want from Tom and Jerry feel, absolutely. But also he's like the embodiment of freedom and the space of being a pirate. Like his free thoughts, free range. He can just do what comes to mind
Yeah.
and enjoy that. So if you don't know, if you haven't like been through the journey of One Piece, just seeing it now, I can understand the hate and confusion. Like I get it. But there's definitely a backstory to it. And like if you're just going from like point view watching it, I mean, yeah, just enjoy it for what it is. Don't look too
Yeah.
far deep into it. It's solid. And for those who keep trying to say Luffy Gear 5 didn't break the internet, blah 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 blah, not like Goku and Jiren, I just want to tell you this. When the infrastructure of the internet changes after you have trial and error, when you have so many people streaming one particular type of content, you're gonna fix it. You're gonna make it better. There was equally
Yeah.
as amount or more people watching Gear 5 at the same time, but they knew to expand their infrastructure. Please
Right.
do not.
They double, tripled them load balance services. So,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that was. I mean, but all in all, like, it's cool. Don't be hateful. If it, like, the thing is, don't ruin other people from having fun. And this is coming from the guy who thinks One Piece is ugly. So, and no, he can't beat Goku, Ryan. You're
He
right.
can't be Goku. And if you
Um,
want to hate something, hate Burrito, the Blue Vortex.
do you want to go? Do you want to get into that very briefly?
No, 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 no. I am saving that towards the end because I need to rant.
Okay.
I want to focus on
You know
positive
what? You know
affirmation.
what? That's cool. And with the what I'll say is the Boruto time skip manga just dropped the first issue today. So maybe next week, once the manga and anime community has had a little bit of time to sink their teeth into it and thoughts start circulating, maybe we'll get to it next week.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Because me and a
but yeah,
particular person can talk about that.
let's go ahead and get into the stuff that you guys came here for. We can go ahead and start off at the top of the list with Starfield.
Yeah.
Starfield has gone golden. If you don't know what that means that the game is complete from start to finish.
hmm
Not only has it gone golden, I don't know if you've caught this, but they've actually already started to send out review
I
copies.
did
So
see that.
people are playing the game right now.
I did see that.
How do you feel about that, Perry?
Um, if I'm being frank, I'm not going to pay attention to any reviews within the first 2 weeks. As massive as they're going to talk about this game and how big they was like, oh, this game is this, that, and the third. you need time to actually dive into this game, because if you're just playing it for what it is and trying to review it in a week, you're not going to get the entire scope of what it is, and it's not going to be good. Now, because I've seen videos of like Neil explaining like, hey, not Neil, thinking of something else, the other creator, but there's been hints as like there's Easter eggs throughout the entire game that's like, hey, you know how we had these in Skyrim? We got these in whatchamacallit, and it's going to take the community to find them. There's not going to be a guide for it. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But you're not
Sure.
going to find that shit in a week, especially how vast this
No.
goddamn thing is. So
Yeah.
I'm like you. I still haven't seen anything to the point where I'm like, ooh, like I'm like, you know, Uber gas for it, but I do have it pre-ready to be downloaded on my Xbox. I'm going to stream it, probably either here or my own channel, and do a little like dive in
Yeah.
to see what we can do with it. But yeah, bro, I'm not.
So you playing on Xbox, right?
Yeah, I got it on my Xbox.
Okay.
I'm lukewarm with it. I can say that,
Yeah.
lukewarm.
So this is what I'll say, because I know you said that you want to make sure that people have a sufficient amount of time to really kind of get their feet wet and really experience the game.
Yeah.
I think that they're doing it in a fair way. I think the game went golden on, I think, Monday. By Tuesday, they were already sending out those review copies.
Mhm.
So with that, the review embargo, from what I saw, is lifts on the 31st of August here. And again, the review embargo would entail when these outlets are able to talk about the game and put out their reviews and put out particular content, so long as it's within a certain like jurisdiction of fillers. Um, so, and then with that, the game comes out a week later on September 6th. So one, for them to put that review embargo a week away from when the game releases usually would entail that they're pretty confident in what they've put out.
Right.
um so hopefully, like, and don't get me wrong, like, I know we give Xbox shit a lot here. It's not necessarily because we hate Xbox. We want Xbox to do well, and I really, really, really hope that Starfield does great, because like, Xbox needs a dub.
Yeah, this
They
is their
need.
from what I've seen from other content creators in the space reviewing games, kind of funny. They made a good point. Like, this is Xbox biggest game release in a very long time.
Since Halo, and
It's
Halo started large and just fell off quickly.
quickly, and like Halo Infinite, the hype for it
Yeah.
was cool, but I mean the release and the reception was below expectations. So I'm looking forward to how the community will like it. I'm going to be really unbiased at this point. I'm going to ignore all the Sony fanboys and Xbox
Yeah.
fanboys and look at it as a gamer, see what I can get out of it, and see what we can do as a community to actually give this fair judgment and actually take my time to dive into it. Now, with I don't know, man, because this is a great segue into expectation of video games. Baldur's Gate 3 set the bar.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like, set the
So
bar.
yeah, they did, and it is interesting, because I think that what's most interesting about this boat, and I want to put this out there now before we roll fully into Baldur's Gate 3, because I've been saying this for a while now. My biggest concern with Starfield is the fact that while we've seen Starfield, we've not seen any unedited gameplay of Starfield. We've seen these showcases where we get, character customization. We've seen clips where we've gotten gunplay. We've gotten clips where they're traveling or exploring. We've never seen a seamless, I'm exploring, I'm hopping on my spaceship, I'm landing on a planet, I'm talking to an NPC, now I'm walking down to Mars marketplace to buy some shit, and then I'm leaving the marketplace to go shoot at aliens. Like, we've not gotten that yet, and that's concerning to me.
Right.
Um,
That's very
But
fair. That's a very fair point, and like, because I know you're going to reactivate your Game Pass for this game, correct?
oh yeah, yeah, I'm definitely gonna turn Game Pass on just to check it out.
So me and you can actually like go through certain aspect. I mean, certain points of the game and actually be like, oh, okay, did you see that here? You're probably gonna play it on your PC if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna play it on my Xbox, so we're gonna see how it runs on both systems. Well, I'm
Oh
sorry,
yeah,
both platforms, and see
I'll
like
be
okay,
playing 60 frames.
60 FPS. Can my X? Because I got the thick boy.
Nope,
Oh,
nope.
that's
4K 30 is locked, sir.
this game is trash. This game is below average. It is unacceptable. I am not okay with this. Where's Ryan? I need a Ryan sound bit.
Oh my
Ryan, I need
god.
you to record so you saying something so hateful that I can use it. And then I can press a
All right.
simple button and be like, I feel like Ryan.
Let's slide over real quick to the chat here. What our boy we already called it. Ray was gonna pull up. Ray pulled up. If you mention him, he pops up. That man right there is the freaking boogeyman. I love him. We got Halo Infinite came out. Ryan being a troll. Skeeto baby. I'm assuming she's talking about good viewpoint for the non-edited Starfield stuff. I'm thinking
That and
game
my
devs will
gameplay.
tell you it should not set the bar.
Where that was
They
Baldur's Gate.
mad tight. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna get more into Baldur's Gate. I've heard Andrew plays. I'm actually intrigued by what watched him play, and we watched gameplay. But I need a new graphics card. Oh, tragic! Get you a graphics card. Get you some Baldur's Gate, or it might just be cheaper to get a PS5 digital. I don't I don't I don't know. Depending on what graphics card you're looking for, that might literally be your cheaper route. $400 for that PS5. Ryan, I heard that they heard companies press. Yep, they had companies press, which we'll get into. Live, ooh, new background. Why are you wearing glasses? He's wearing glasses because it's summertime and somewhere deep inside, it's
Hold on,
still
hold on,
fuck
hold
them
on, hold
kids and
on.
we
But
still on
thank you,
vacation.
thank you, thank you. It's
Yeah.
FDK. Kids are back in school. I'm on vacation still. I'm still on
All right.
vacation. But hey,
Uh,
Liv.
Yes, the views and light ain't matching, y'all. Let's fix that. Thank you. Yeah, listen to Liv. She knows what she's talking about. Like the post, like the post, like the post. Yeah. Um, but yeah, as you guys are already kind of alluding to, what's most interesting to me is we had this thing with Baldur's Gate where they were like, hey, we're a smaller game, we're coming out, we've been working on it, we've been in early access. We don't want to be we don't want Starfield to eat our lunch. So what they did was really dope, I think.
Yes,
They saw two gaps. They said, all right, there's a gap where we don't know how we're going to fit this game on Xbox right now. So what they did is they stopped development on the PS5 version. They prioritized the PC version to get it out before Starfield to say, "Hey, here's our little game that we've been working on. We love it. We hope you love it, but we don't want to get in the way of Starfield." And then what they said is once we get this out, we are then going to prioritize the PS5 version to come out alongside Starfield. So people on PlayStation have something to play on of quality while Xbox people are going crazy about Starfield. And they that was their strategy. Worked out genius. Why? Baldur's Gate came out and apparently it's a masterpiece.
it is, man. If we're looking
Yeah.
at the numbers, Ryan, if you, because I think you probably know, if you have the numbers, for the streams and the downloads of what this game is doing right now, can you please post that link for me? Because I can't
Right.
find it right now. Greg, people haven't noticed. I've been typing this whole time for the past few weeks since we've been streaming. Greg hasn't said anything because I have a new keyboard set. So eat that. Eat that.
You got a new keyboard.
I
That's
got
why
a
I
new
don't hear
keyboard.
you.
Yes.
Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, because that space bar in particular was egregious. Sound like a damn AK-47. Shit.
But it's been hitting records because it is a small studio, and you have the actual CEO of that company who cares for the content that's being developed for that team. It's like,
Right.
hey, we because Baldur's Gate actually took the feedback for what the community was saying, fixed everything in the game, came up with 1,000 different types of endings, and was like, hey, this is what we have. Y'all can take your time and you can fuck a bear.
Yeah.
I was like, excuse
I
me?
mean,
I could do
yeah,
what?
and I think that's what's interesting is because like the gaming industry is pressed right now, and I think that they are worried about the wrong thing. Because what people are excited about this game is it's a game that's come out, it's feature complete, it has multiple endings, the quality is there. While there have been some reports of glitches, nothing is game breaking. I mean, and you can enjoy the game. It doesn't need a patch out the gate, and it's complete. You don't need any DLC, you don't need any additional content or play to win or pay to win. You don't need any of that kind of stuff. The game is the game. And what we're seeing is we're getting a bunch of like developers, and it's interesting because they're not, I mean, obviously you're not going to see this coming from like the Naughty Dog or the Square Enix official like Twitter account, but what you're getting is like these people from their personal accounts like tweeting out like, oh well, this can't be the new standard, that's impossible. And I think that they're kind of missing like what people are excited about. Yeah, the game itself is good, but it's releasing a full product that's ready. And I mean, quite honestly, this year we've really, and I might be wrong, but the only games I can think that we've gotten that were full products that were ready to go, whether people like the games or not, this year I can think of is Baldur's Gate 3 on PC, would be Final Fantasy 16 and Street Fighter 6.
Full games. And as Ryan said, as of right now, Greg, as of right now, playing 38 minutes ago, so sitting here,
Yeah,
704,509 players are playing the game right now. All-time peak
that's crazy.
875,343. And this game's been out more.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's been out for a minute now, and it's still going hard.
Yeah, and yes, baby, that is very refreshing. I mean, the idea, Harry Potter actually had a lot of glitches
It
and
had a lot
such
of it had a lot of
when
glitches,
it came out.
100%. And that's somebody who was heavy, who was upset that
Yeah,
somebody took his streaming time. But anywho,
yeah, like I
I
want to, because
played
I want to say
several
even
hours.
with Harry Potter, like if you played in resolution mode, like there was a lot of weird shit going on, like texture popping and like all types of stuff that I actually ran into on my gameplay. And
Yeah,
the character customization used to like freeze and make you relaunch the game.
that
Yeah,
and you
so
have random characters in the background just scooting around. Like I'm gonna randomly zoom past you as fast as possibly can. I'm like, oh, that's a that's a glitch, bro.
it's like, hey, that nigga is not on the broom. Where is he
You're
going?
right.
Yeah. Yeah, but all in all, like, yeah, I agree with you guys as well. Like, it's super refreshing. Like, we we want to see games come out when they come out, and what made Baldur's Gate so special in that regard is like, and you can literally see videos inside the studio of the CEO of the company. This isn't like the project manager or like or dingus over on programming or on the arts team. And we all know, like, if you work art team for a studio, I'm looking at you, Blake Myers. If you work art team at a studio, like your job is pretty much done once the game goes into active development, unless they randomly call you and say, "Hey, you, Blake, we need this door to be another color." Like you're done. Like you're just chilling until they tell you what else they may need or until DLC comes out. No, this was the CEO walking around in a full set of armor, right? Did you see that video?
Yes, 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 yes.
And
I've watched the entire thing. I watched the stream of them talking
yeah,
about it.
yeah, and he's like walking around just like trolling the employees, like, hey, get to work, make sure it's good. Get like, but clearly passionate about the project. So like we understand that a lot of these other companies have corporate environments and they have deadlines and blah blah blah. But I think this is a conversation that we've had before. I think the most important thing to do with a lot of these developers is to make sure that the development team has first say so on launch.
Yes,
Then maybe after the development team, maybe then we can get into like the shareholders and the marketing team having some say so, like on, oh, maybe once you guys are done we can strategically place it at this date. But like the devs should always tell everyone else when the game is done, you know?
the game is done, and they need to correlate, and well, they need to coexist with the marketing team, because a lot of people are a lot of companies are spending all their money on marketing. And if the product is good, people are going to buy and pull up. And Ryan made a phenomenal point last time. I think he was
I'm
on
getting some
stream.
water, but I can hear you.
Okay, I think he was on stream, Ryan. With me, you, and Sean playing Elden Ring. A lot of people are voting with their pockets now when it comes to these video games, even if it's not a genre game that they will probably particularly play. And so for me, this, like you said, this is a turn-based Western RPG. This is my very first one that I'm going to play, and I'm probably looking like I'm going to enjoy it. Like, it seems as though we got Ryan Led, we got Pack's going to play, G, and I think Lady Gunner. We're going to all play together in this game and learn, like, hey, this is like, we have party nights where we can play this game in a journey to experience together, which I'm really excited for and really can't wait to get into. I'm like, this has never been something that I've thought I would like. I'm getting more into turn-based games anyway. Shout out to Aiden to forcing me to play Like a Dragon. It's great.
Don't forget about Pokemon and Persona.
Pokemon and
This has been a
Persona.
slow burn, but you here now.
I am here. And so it's been amazing. And for me in particular, like, I think G had his moment when he played Digimon. My moment, unfortunately, it came with Diablo 4, where I'm like, I think I'm into this type of gaming now. I need to find the good copies, because what I used to play isn't hitting like it used to anymore. And I had this conversation with Aiden Friday. There's something of entertainment that I'm yearning for, that I'm looking for a fix, and
I'm trying to scratch that itch.
it's trying to scratch that itch. And I'm happy that I found it with MMOs as well, with Final Fantasy 14. Like, I'm really into it now. Like, I gotta be on time to go fishing. That's great. And then of course with Diablo, and I'm just like, man, we're in an era of gaming where we need to start letting of course, the creators create and get the big corporate people out the way, but also allow these developers to listen to the fan base. Like, it's okay to have creative freedom. Produce what you
Yeah.
think that you want to, but also be able to feed with your audience or your core groups, like, hey, we're planning on doing something like this. How do you guys feel about it? What do you think about it? And of course, don't listen to those like, well, this character shouldn't be this type of female, or this shouldn't
Yeah,
be
like
that person, and blase this. She should have big boobies and a fat ass and a half
me-
outfit for armor that
remember
is a
that
hundred
time
plus.
they put makeup on Aloy? Like, come on,
It
guys.
was
Like,
asinine. But I think
I don't know.
they need to start listening to people. And for the devs that are time for me to be the bad guy. Yes, Ryan, be the bad guy. Go in. But for me, I think it's, how can I say this? Devs need to stop hating on teams that produce games that are setting the bar to be better. If you
Yeah,
cannot produce something similar to that, that's okay. But you should always aim to be the best, not something that
a
can.
complete product.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that's lost in translation is like people are, oh, well, we can't produce a game that big, and nobody says that. Like, I don't want God of War to have 100 endings. I don't want Final Fantasy 16 to have 100 endings. I want those games to release, and those are bad examples, as those games came out and were like nearly perfect as far as like complete packages.
excuse me.
But I want those games and all other AAA games, or at least most AAA games, to come out and be complete packages. Like if they're complete, but then there's a DLC or expansion down the line, cool, whatever.
Hmm.
But it shouldn't be the norm that as an early adopter, you have to say, all right, well, I know that I'm going to get this game and the day one patch is going to be 50 gigs. And then the day one patch still is not going to fix all the issues in the game. Like that shouldn't be the norm here anymore. Like we've got to get back to releasing these games on time. You know, perfect example. I think I took it off the docket because it was a smaller topic.
GTA 6.
But no, not GTA 6,
Oh, excuse me.
what was Alan Wake? Alan Wake has
Alan Wake
been
2
delayed,
delayed. Yeah.
but it's only been delayed by like 10 days. Because guess what? I'm sure with that game being right around the corner, they saw something and said, "Ooh, well, we should probably fix this before the game comes out."
Hmm.
So you don't know. It doesn't always have to be like this super large, like delay. It doesn't always have to be month after month after month. Sometimes it might just take another 10 or 15 days to polish up a couple and then in that case, I mean, if you're delaying your game by 10 days, chances are your shit's already on print. So if that 10 days is to really make sure that your day one patch is going to do the day one patch thing, like whatever. Like I don't think we'll ever get past the day one patch.
Right.
But
Yeah.
having a day one patch and then the game still being broken, like we got to get out of that.
Yeah, and I believe like day one patches should be excused when you're mostly working with like online service games. Like you need to understand like when you're dealing with something like that, things are going to break. There's going to be a lot of people pulling. There's going to be a lot of information going out. The infrastructure might not be as stable that you expected it to, like Call of Duty. So I get day one patches for certain particular types of games. But here in the comments, Ryan believes he also said that he believes that a lot of reasons AAA games suck is management and shareholders, but he also
Oh,
believes there's a
absolutely.
lot of devs that work at these companies are just there for a check. Now,
Yeah.
I man, that hit because I don't know if you saw the post that Nas made about albums being made, but he said I need artists to get back to making projects that they love and not just for popularity.
You know what? Um, that just struck a chord with me because, like, my wife asked me a couple days ago. She said, "What is your problem with Sexy Red?" And
So
I
much.
had to explain to her, I don't have a problem with Sexy Red. I have a problem with people who are not artists that get looks by the industry because they hook up with a good producer, a popular artist, and then go viral, and then they get more looks than they actually deserve because they weren't really there for the right reason in the first place. They dropped a bag after coming off of a pole or coming off out of the trap, because dudes do the shit too.
Mm.
They make a mediocre song with the hot beat and they buy a feature and then boom. And like and that goes for so many other industries, like including the gaming industry. And that's why we see issues now with like games of service. Games are like really struggling in a lot of ways because it's essentially like a games of service at one point. It was equivalent to like hip hop's like Drake stimulus. Like you have a mid game, let's put it online. Let's put some DLC and update it every month, and people will continue to play. And now they're realizing that that's not it.
Yeah, Diablo numbers have plummeted as far as being a streaming platform for Twitch. And I totally have to agree with Sarah here. Uh, Games are too expensive for producing half-ass products,
Yeah.
and it's unacceptable. And I'm sitting here like I agree. And my personal opinion, if you create an ecosystem in the gaming community that makes sense, gamers are going to support games no matter what if it's good. Baldur's Gate
Hmm.
is going to get people to be involved. They're going to have tons of people doing cosplay. They're going to find things to conversate about. Streaming platforms are going to be like, hey, this is our Baldur's Gate night, D&D night. Come through and see the story with us. Decide what type of answers we should pick. That's going to create an ecosystem for you to cultivate products for people to support what you want to do. Stop
Right.
listening to these big corporate shareholders and stop being lazy. Love the projects that you are developing. Find ways
Amen.
find ways to to continue to generate money. Like if you're going to put a live service game out there, make sure one you have a very strong team that can handle any bugs that are out there. Have a Q&A team there that's always there looking and talking to the community at all times, listening to them. Have people willing to test it, see what's broken. Be one with the people that you are producing the product with. That is how
Yeah.
you do it.
And but at the same time, we also want to speak that the community itself does actually hold responsibility here as well. And like perfect example is like what's happened with Destiny. Because for so long, like Destiny 2 had its issues. They started to change the way they communicated with their community. But along the way, the community got so comfortable, particular members of the community started to do really foul shit, which made Bungie pull back from communicating with their audience. And now they're like in this weird place to where there's like this disconnect. Now, granted, they had like a little thing where like the director of the game came out and did a video, and he's going to be like reestablishing that connection with the community. But like they also need to pay attention to the fact that not only is it a thing of making sure the devs speak with the community, but the community also needs to respect the actual devs for being there and understand that these aren't just people that are making a game for you. These are people that have families to feed and provide
Mm,
for and want happiness and safety and protection just like anybody else.
absolutely.
So please, like, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick,
Like,
and
don't be a
always
dick.
always remember, I'm for writers and creators first. Art, I believe gaming is art. So if you see someone producing a passion product of their own ideal, give it a chance. Be like, give it an honest try. Be like, okay, I see where they're going with this. I see what they're attempting to do. Okay, bet. It might not be for me, but I kind of get it. That's what Forspoken, like that's what my idea, my thought process was for Forspoken. Like new IP, new idea, let's try it. Don't listen to, unfortunately, don't listen to either sides of the Americans. They're both stupid. Ignore them.
Like, try shit for yourself.
Exactly. It's like, oh shit, oh snap. That's a lead black character. I'm gonna mess with it because I might relate it to it. Or, oh shit, this is a big strapping guy that looks like He-Man. I want to get in the gym and look like him, but until then, I'm gonna play him. So be able to just play it for what you self, or you want to be Abby and be in Tekken 8 and kick ass. I did that for you, Ryan. I did that for you, bud.
Yeah.
So be able to see both sides be exceptions. Now, if a game is bad and you do the numbers and you played it and you're like, hey, this doesn't make any sense. Hey, why are you changing so much? Hey, I'm doing this. Hey, this is pay to win. This is not good. Speak up, voice your opinion, but be able to correlate that information that is digestible. If someone pulls up to
Yeah,
you, make sure
absolutely.
you can tell them like why you do not like this game. What would you do to make it better? How can that be divulged to everyone else to be understanding, and how can it be easier for the gaming companies to understand what you're trying to say and understand that this is a community effort. So that's the process, man. Like that's what we need to get into. And I'm start Baldur's Gate started it. Final Fantasy 16 is doing it. 14 is starting a whole new adventure in their MMO and updating the res and stuff. And they're about to get ready to start producing new content. Like I believe this is a phenomenal year where we have games that's been better than like 7 out of 10. Like this has been a phenomenal year for games like that.
Phenomenal.
And so when there's a bad product coming out, I'm like, hey, they did it. You have more people and you have more money. If they can do it on this scale, you need to weed out the people who don't care for the game that is ruining your company and sit down and get people together that's going to produce something well for people to enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, and also Big Brother has to kind of pay attention as well. Like remember that there were news stories that came out that when Microsoft bought Bethesda, the team that was behind Redfall knew the game was a mess beforehand, and a bunch of them had hopes that they would cancel the game in the shuffle of the acquisition. But Microsoft, of course, being thirsty to get some exclusives, some reputable exclusives out there, didn't really pay attention or read the room. They just went in, threw some money at it, say, all right, now get it done. And we got Redfall.
Exactly.
Um,
Totally
but
agree.
I think that this topic kind of really leads into the next topic perfectly. In regards to Pokemon.
Thank
Um,
God.
man, so I think most of the people in here are Pokemon fans, and a lot of the people in here have played Pokemon with us at one time or another as well.
Get our own Pokemon League.
Um,
Shout out to the people that pulled up.
yeah, yeah, definitely for Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Pokemon League went crazy. Um, Now here's the thing: when Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, it was not a perfect game. It had glitches and such in it, but there were glitches in it that were there in a way that worked, because they weren't necessarily game breaking glitches, but they were glitches that are kind of always in Pokemon games, where in a sense that if you were not a competitive Pokemon player, like, you really never would find any reason to use the glitches. And the glitches weren't even like really cheating. They were just kind of like quality of life things that you could use to kind of like manipulate the game to save time, essentially. Um, but when Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out, they were kind of a mess.
And a mess and fucking.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see here. I'm still mad I lost to Nick during Sword and Shield run. Oh yeah, yeah. Look, you're still mad about that, but you know what you didn't do? You didn't show any interest in playing and Violet and Scarlet to get your get back, right? Why? Because they came out broken.
It came out
You
broken,
know,
and the concept of crystallizing was not it, dude. I talked to
I,
Aiden, and bro, where it was like there was nothing wrong with Dynamax. There was nothing wrong. Like, it was
yeah,
good.
I think what the issue with the crystallization or whatever the shit's called, I think it was mismarketed. And I think that that's really what rubbed me the wrong way, is because, like, the thing is, they're like, oh yeah, well, you can change the type of your Pokemon if you crystallize it, which sound really fucking fire when you think about it, at least in the way that it was presented. And when you actually get the game, like, it wasn't necessarily that you could change the form completely. It was like you could take like, for instance, Dragonite is a flying dragon type, so has a 4-time weakness to ice. So what you could do is that you could crystallize it, and then you can just turn it to a straight dragon type, and then it would just have the one weakness of, you know, the 2 times weakness to ice instead of a 4 times weakness. And when they first presented it to us, it was presented on some shit like, yo, you see that Charizard over there? What if you could crystallize it and turn it into a water type for 3 rounds?
You know what I'm saying?
And that was interesting. But
Like,
what do I
there's
know?
like, so shout out to the anime academics. We've been talking heavy and doing, Pokemon stuff, and yeah, I'm
Yep,
learning
he's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
around.
But we just sat there, bro, and we just broke down like, well, there was nothing wrong with Dynamax. If Pokemon is a company that don't give a damn what you say, they are the standard. Oh, you want Dynamax? You want the what was the one before that? That was everyone
The Mega Evolution.
You want Mega Evolutions? You want the
I think Z moves are kind of shit, but
Z moves was
Mega Evolution and
mega.
Dynamax are definitely the best.
And they say, you want Mega Evolutions? You want that? Well, guess what? We're going to crystallize them now. I'm like, bro, what? What was this? Huh? Why? And the idea that you guys wanted to do so much with that and trying to involve the community, bro, it was a miss. It's like going from MKX to MK11. You just don't do that. It's just not it. Like, I was so deep into Pokemon Sword and Shield that I was playing prior Pokemon so I can get those Pokemon that are acceptable in that game. I'm like, bro, I have a
Yeah,
new team. Let's battle. I'm
yeah.
I'm hyped. And then you come out with Scarlet and Violet. Fuckers, if you don't know this, Perry loves purple. And if you know why I love purple, you know you're my friend. No, you're not my friend. You're family. I love you. You drop Violet. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the crystallized cars are sick. You're right about that,
Cars are
Spaghetti.
sick.
And Ray, to answer your question, so yes, there was some controversy about not all the Pokemon being in Scarlet and Violet. So this is my thing with that. Like some people did get upset, but what I will say is like that Scarlet and Violet did some things right between the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and then also the Pokemon Legends Arceus that came out last year as well. Those games took all of the Pokemon that were in those games and they essentially reworked all of those character models and and updated them, so to speak. So when you're talking about 1,000 plus Pokemon, plus whatever new Pokemon were added from Scarlet and Violet,
1016.
yeah, like
19, sorry.
there's a lot of Pokemon out there. So like I'm not mad that this development team didn't have time to make new models for each and every Pokemon ever created and balance the game and get it out there. But what you would expect to happen with these Pokemon games is now that the models have been redone over Arceus and over Scarlet and Violet, that the next Pokemon game might add in, I don't know, the next Pokemon game might be a remake. Like I've been hearing Gold and Silver floating around for a while. Who knows?
If they bring back gold and
Um,
silver,
if they bring back Gold and Silver, I'm gonna flip my shit.
oh, I'm done. I'm back playing Pokemon
Yeah,
again.
but the idea is that when they do that, they'll go ahead and work on another 300, 400 Pokemon, and then whenever they do that next, not remake but new generation of Pokemon, by then they should have enough time to have made new models for all 1,000 plus Pokemon. And then they'll take everything, all the mechanics that they've learned from Arceus, that they've learned from Scarlet and Violet, and the new things and sticks that they add into the remakes of Gold and Silver, hopefully. And they'll make a
Heart
super
gold
Pokemon game.
and soul silver.
But yeah, because Pokemon, like a lot of people don't look at it, but they are very iterative games. Like, and you can even see it from what we got with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. They're experimenting with different ways to catch Pokemon, and then Sword and Shield came out, and then we got the Wild Area, and then we got the remakes, which was made by a different company. That was like a stopgap. Then we got Legends Arceus that
Mhm.
kind of reiterated on the Wild Area, and then we got Scarlet and Violet, which was full on open world. So they use each game to test out mechanics for the next game on,
Mhm.
which is cool. But ultimately, like what this topic is about is the fact that Pokemon company and Nintendo have looked up and kind of realized finally after the part of the Pokemon community that matters has been yelling out for a while now. They're finally realizing that they need to kind of slow down and fix what's going on because the games have gone to shit.
Yes,
But yeah, like the quality is really bad.
yes. And
It,
if we're talking about I mean, like the quality is bad. You need to sit back and you need to develop a product that's good. Well, good, not broken. And part of that is not their fault. Nintendo, you need a new fucking machine. Get it together.
yes, they
You
do.
need new hardware.
Which
Pokemon,
is rumored to come out next year.
okay. I mean, if it comes out next year, you know where we're gonna be. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be playing
Mhm.
it. We're gonna be going hard. Pokemon again. Take your time. You have so much content out there. You're fine. You're
Mhm.
good. You can
Mhm.
last. You have so much people still playing. A lot of people still stream your games. A lot of people play your games. You just had the championships, I think, a week and a half ago. Shout out to the young man that won. Um, so just take your time, produce
Dude
more
had a
content.
weird team, by the way.
You said what?
Like I said, dude had a weird team. By the way, it was like Zapdos. It was the Rock version of Arcanine, And see, there was a Sylveon in there. It was a team that you would expect to have no synergy whatsoever. He worked that shit. So yeah, shout out to that guy.
Yeah, it was Vance Kelly. No, that's the trading card game. It
Yeah.
was. Hold on. I don't know. I was looking it up, but yeah. But yeah, Pokemon, take your time. They make so much money off their cards. Yeah, no, I was
They
gonna say that
do.
like your games is great, but like I was gonna bring up Ryan makes a good point. You make so much money off your cards, like bro, chill. Like on your games, if your games can match the cards eventually, you'll be good. That's those. So I totally agree. Now, if we're talking about Pokemon, I have to throw some shade. This new character can't pick up a tree and throw it. Ash had no issue. This new character needs to hit the goddamn gym.
Well, we can't really compare nobody to Ash because like Ash's Pikachu was out here like knocking out ground type Pokemon with electric moves. So like you want to talk about plot armor. Let me tell you, that boy Ash died 10 times and came back 12 times.
Exactly.
Like that man, that boy, that that man boy, because he has been like 11 for 20 years now. He just built different.
That man ran up to Mewtwo, said, "Nigga, we finna fight."
This man saw Mewtwo level a Venusaur, a Charizard, a Mew, a Dragonite at a time that those were like the elite Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? There was only 150 Pokemon at that time. That boy Mewtwo came in there and laid all of them out. And what did Ash do? He threw hands.
I said, "I see you beat up all these Pokemon, but can you beat these hands?" I'm like, that's that's greatest anime character of all time. Of all
Right.
time.
That's more legendary than when your boy Yusuke was in the barrel doing the boxing match with old boy in the dark tournament.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
nah,
with Chew.
like we fight fist up against Mewtwo out here.
Yeah, you know,
Why Mewtwo can't even make a fist for real? So he about to catch these hands.
shout out to
Yeah,
Ash. But shout out
yeah,
to
definitely
Pokemon.
shout out to Ash.
I'm looking forward to, man. Like if a Pokemon game comes out, I'll might look at it, but I'm so full on games coming out right now, dude, that I'm just like, thank you for saying you're pulling back, bro. Thank you. I can't take no
Yeah,
more.
like I really hope. Now they said that they're considering, so it doesn't mean that they've made that decision yet. But I really hope they do. Like we don't need a Pokemon game every year.
We don't.
Like, was it nice when it was working? Sure, but that was working when they were making things on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance and the DS. But like
We're in a
since then, like these games are bigger on the Switch.
bigger on the Switch. You're able to port more Pokemon in way easier now. You get monthly payments for people to hold your platform together. Like, bro, chill. Like, again, like I said earlier, develop a structured ecosystem for your community, for your gaming, for your game and your platform. I'm telling you, it
Yeah.
will work. Find someone who's willing to sit down and develop an ecosystem. Like, hey, if this works, make sure you connect it to this, connect it to that, and then we can push it forward. People will consume it. Take your time.
Yeah. And also I feel like the open world of Scarlet and Violet, it was big, but it just I didn't like it.
That's what
Like
she said.
I didn't like the map. Like there was really no reason to explore in my opinion except for to find more Pokemon. But after a while, once you know what you want, you can just Google where to go get it, and keep it pushing. Like I don't know how they fix that, but I don't like. I think they need to bring back like the caves and the dungeons to Pokemon. Like I know that they want to make this game for children, but let's be honest, like Pokemon is a game that children play, but really it is the adult audience that really pulls up for Pokemon and is buying both versions of the game and is paying for Pokemon Home and transferring and trading and having these higher competitive battles. Like they need to find ways to cater to like their older audience because they are the people that are spending money.
Yes.
Little Joey's mom sees Pokemon out. She doesn't know what Pokemon is. She's just gonna buy Joey the Pokemon game and she's gonna keep going. But
Keep
it's us
going
that
and
are
going.
spending, you know, spending money on Pokemon. So like keep that in mind. Like
Please
do
and thank
something for the like I don't even care if there's like an easy mode. Just put like a junior mode in there, but then give us something more. Like give us explorable dungeons, give them dungeons with waypoints to be guided through or some shit. But please, like if you guys are gonna take that time to make Pokemon better and new and work on it, like just do it for the people that are spending the money on it, not for the kids that are asking for it,
Yeah, the
I
average
guess.
age of consistent gamers is between 18 and 35. So I'm just letting you know. And just before we move on, this is the winners team for the VGC of Scarlet and Violet. Landorus with Intimidate, Fluttermane with Pyro Synthesis, Amoonguss, Regenerate, Urshifu, Unseen Fist, Chain Pow, Sword of Ruin, and Iron Hands. So it seems like a balanced team. Not upset with it. But with that
Yeah.
being said, about games, finding the slowdown button, being able to be more understanding, Xbox 360 stores closing.
Yeah.
So with that being
Uh,
said, ladies and gentlemen, we can move forward and talk about Gamescom.
yeah. I mean, very quickly about the Xbox 360 store closing. It's closing. The online games are going to work so long as the devs still support it. If you have games that you've already purchased, you can still play them online. So the only thing is you can't buy new games. And if there are any of the backwards compatible games, you can still buy them on Xbox One and on Series S and X. So
How old is the
the
Xbox 360?
I want to guess this off the top of my head. I want to say the
Hold
Xbox
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
360
hold on.
came out in
Let me
2005.
let me see. Ooh, win in 2005. So you got the year.
Oh,
Ooh,
if I had to guess when, I want to say it was probably October, November.
ooh, November 22nd of 2005.
Yeah, see, yeah,
Shout
I'm
out to
really
Greg.
good like on like where I was when things happen. I don't know why it's weird. But yeah, so it's like I get that some people are in like different financial like circumstances and such, but like if you are a gamer and you have an Xbox 360 and that is your primary method of gaming, like it's unfortunate, but you know, go get you an Xbox One at minimum. Sorry. Think you can I mean, you can go get one for probably $100 so at your local pawn shop or something. Like you'll be okay. You'll be okay
That's wild.
and you will survive.
Right. So my thing is, yeah, the 360 is 18 years old.
It's a whole adult.
Legally.
Yeah, legally.
Legally.
That's what it is.
He can
Microsoft is a black family. The 360 has turned 18, and they said, "All right, it's time for you to get out of my house."
and get a damn job. So I will say this. Um, I'll admit it. If you can't get any of the new systems and that's your gaming platform, I understand. But it's time to move on. Developers aren't making games on that platform anymore. They move on to the new hotness. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. If you find developers that want to make games on that, I suggest you get a PC. Save up your money and get a PC if you want to play games like that. So,
Yeah. I mean, and like even then too, like it's not going offline until July of 2024. So, like if you are one of those Xbox people like that are on 360, you've already gotten some type of notification. Like so whether email or however. Like they gives you a year.
Hustle. You can sell
It
feet
gives you a
pics.
year.
You can sell feet pics. So that's the thing.
Something.
So with that being said, I want to take a break before we finish off with Gamescom and take a look at the chat. Ray,
Yeah, the chat been going crazy.
right, Ray, I never got a 360. My brother did. I was a PlayStation boy until I got this PC and Xbox in recent years. So that's been my go-to for sure. Sarah, please stop making me feel old. Yes, it's 18 years. And when you think about it, I was like, Jesus, 18
That
years.
is crazy.
Like, God.
That's how old I'm getting now. Like the fact that Xbox 360 came out 18 years ago doesn't even faze me anymore. I've just embraced the old. Like I'm old now.
Yeah, man. Then we got Ryan agreeing with Nightbot that I'm a funny looking man. You can go to hell.
Yep. Nightbot chooses violence again.
Always.
Breaking news.
Shout out to Sarah. She's on the FDK train all day, every day.
Oh, right. Next time, don't cop out. When you say FTK, don't say just kidding. No, just fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Right.
And we got
no
kids.
JK is needed.
Fuck them kids. Ray, you had yours until 2011, then you switched to the PS3, a man of culture, a man of understanding, man that knows that greatness lies ahead of you. Never look back. I should write a dialogue for you on your journey from 360 to PlayStation. Never look back. I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
Good job.
Welcome to Superior
and I mean,
Gaming.
my thing is, if you had a 360 early on, and then you switch to PS3 in the second half of that console generation, literally you did exactly what you needed to do. Like that means that you came over in time for Uncharted to really start doing its thing, for The Last of Us to hit, for Infamous to start hitting, and then you got over to PS4 and just
Never look back.
realize, yeah, that Xbox kind of started to, board the SS struggle. So yeah. Let's see here. I swore when I got my PC, I wouldn't be a PC Master Race person, but yeah, I'm a PC Master Race person now.
Ryan, you've
Yeah,
always been that. For some reason, I did not see you being a PC Master Race guy. It fits your personality so much.
Yep. Let us know when you go back to play God of War and Horizon, because those games are fun. But yeah, and then remember when PSN got hacked that same year for a month? Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. That was fun. It's all good though. At that, I think that was around the time I was still playing primarily just Call of Duty, with some single player games. But I think that that particular moment is what made me start to lean harder into my single player games. And ultimately, like not even like on no fanboy shit, kind of worked out for the best because like yeah, I still play my multiplayer games, but single player games is really where I am now. So yeah. So shout out to those weirdos that hacked the thing. You guys kind of formed me into the solo dolo hermit gamer I am now.
It's
At least you
definitely.
got like 5 free games for PSN. Once they got back, old school bangers like Altered Beast and the first 3 Streets of Rage. If you play the first 3 Streets of Rage, go play Streets of Rage 4. You ready to get into Gamescom, bro?
I am officially ready to get into Games of Com.
Oh, well, it would probably go the other way around, the con of games, because it is a convention of games.
Oh yes, Convention of Games.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
I'm prepared.
So, predictions. Are you? Is there anything that you're looking for here?
More Wukong. They just dropped a gameplay trailer on IGN, and I need
Oh,
more. The game is
better. I don't know if you've noticed, but they last night not only did they get that trailer, but the Steam page is officially live.
this is a
So
real
they
game. The
so I
game
haven't
is
seen the trailer
real.
yet, but they are confirming that 2024 is going to be the launch year. So we'll get Wukong next year.
So do you know how long we wanted this game to be real, and now it's an actual real game? I can cry. I can
I
cry.
remember first seeing it and like being convinced that it was a tech demo. So that's it. I'm actually about to go look at that trailer right now.
It's beautiful. It's great.
Let's
So
see
IGN
here.
and streamed it. So what I'm looking forward to, Wukong, probably some Lies of P information. Well, not even Lies because that launches this year. Um,
Oh, wait. So hold on. So the name of the game is actually Black Myth now.
yeah, Black Myth Wukong. That was always the thing.
Because I see Wukong in there, but I always thought it was like Wukong something else.
No, it's
But
Black Myth Wukong.
okay,
Always.
okay.
So I'm thinking probably for predictions, um, Jeff Geely is going to do his thing for opening night, but we're probably going to get some decent hitters. Hellblade 2 might be seen. Stalker 2,
Ooh,
um,
Hellblade 2.
Hellblade. Maybe something from PlayStation might be there, but I'm not holding my breath. This would be the first time I actually tune into a Gamescom, bro. So this is for
Yeah.
you.
Did you hear that? I don't know if like, and this probably should have been a topic, but somewhere within the last 2 weeks, Sony quietly delayed, like, I don't know, like several games into 2024.
I did see a topic about that.
Yeah. So apparently, like, Sony has been pretty quiet this year. I think the only what have we got the first party title outside of Spider-Man this year? Like, I know we got exclusives with Final Fantasy and Forspoken, but I don't think we've gotten any first party exclusives this year,
Outside from
except for Spider-Man.
didn't the DLC for Horizon drop this year?
Yeah, oh yeah. You can count that, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's all we got. But apparently, earlier this week or late last week, they actually announced quietly that they were delaying several games. Like, I think it was like 4 to 5 games into next fiscal year. So maybe we'll see what some of those games are. Like, I guess we still have Blue Point, who's been really quiet.
Extremely
We know they're
quiet.
working on something. Like, we know they're working on something. Is it a like, for a while we even thought it was going to be the Metal Gear remake, but we know it's not that now.
We're okay with
Um,
that because we got the Metal
yeah,
Gear remake. But we're not.
yes. I would like to see something from Metal Gear. Um, I
That'd
know
be
that they
good.
said that remake is coming next year. It'd be cool if we got some type of like gameplay trailer. Maybe we got some David Hayter goodness. Um, but I don't really know. Like, I think for PlayStation, it's I wouldn't be surprised if we got maybe like one or two things, but I think that this really has to be a thing for Xbox to double down. And I think that this is most important for them. Like, show Hellblade, show us real gameplay. Stop showing us that bullshit that you keep showing us. Like, Hellblade is the only Xbox game that I am legitimately excited about and actually want to get Game Pass in order to get.
Right.
You know, like Starfield, I almost feel obligated to at least check it out, see what's happening there. Hellblade is the only game that I actually want to play, and
Bro,
they keep giving us
you say you're
this bullshit.
obligated. Yeah, you say you're obligated. You know for a fact I'm a Bethesda fanboy. I'm forced to play this damn game.
Yeah, and I'm not like there's never been a Bethesda game that's clicked with me ever. Like, I've tried multiple. Tried Skyrim
You attempted
like three
Skyrim like
times.
13,000 times and it just
I
never hit.
played Yeah, I played Death Note. Like, I thought Death Note was extremely mid and didn't understand why people were trying to like push it for Game of the Year. Um, I
That
played even Ghostwire Tokyo. I thought was very stylish and interesting, but after a while, it just got boring. Once you got past how cool it looked, the only Bethesda game that I've ever clicked with was Hi-Fi Rush, and I adore that game. But that was kind of an odd man out in the world of Bethesda titles. So,
right.
it's whatever. I'll check it out though.
So I'm looking forward to it. Probably have some more to say once we get there. Ryan said MK1 will be there, and
We don't care. Okay. K Ryan, you know what? You can take your Mortal Kombat, pretend this is Mortal Kombat. You can turn that bitch sideways, and you can stick it straight in your disk drive
Oh wow,
and
that's
leave it there.
rough. I'm not feeling MK1 at all. I've been watching Sonic Fox gameplay on Twitch. Like it's cool, but it's just I'm okay. I think this might be another Mortal Kombat game I pass on. Um, so a little beautiful. But with that, G, are you ready for recommendations, or do you want to throw things in the trash? You wanna eat something?
I, she wants to eat something. I don't know. I don't.
I can recommendations.
Yeah, yeah. Let's. I mean, go for whatever you fancy.
I'll do recommendations. I recommend people hire web developers. I highly recommend are people who know what the fuck they're doing on their web pages because and plus I want to give my boy Aubrey opportunity a platform where he can get more looks on his products. He's been doing a lot of development work. I have been rooting him on. Shout out to the bro. I know he's not in here, but if he gets the opportunity to see this, I want people to try to get his information, link up with him. He might be pricey, but he produces good product, and man, it's good. I've seen some rough web things recently, and I'm like, I hate I hate looking at I really hate looking at a shitty web page. I hate when it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. I hate when it doesn't flow. Like, please invest in somebody who can do your UI UX and someone who's willing to put out for good
Mm-hmm.
products. And one last thing, stop calling yourself a if you're a person of color, you don't have to say I'm a black content creator. You can just look at me and tell I'm black. I'm a content creator. That's
Look
it.
at me. I'm a black father.
Exactly. It's it's but that's about it. That's about it, man. I've been quite positive this week. I've been doing
Yeah, that's
morning
good.
affirmations, and it's been really good for me. So,
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna recommend? I'm gonna recommend you stretch your legs, you put down the control, you touch some grass, and you interact with the family. Okay.
please.
Just, like right now, not here, not now, but right now. Just, just take a day. Like for me, I've been in a weird state where I've been playing some Street Fighter, here at night. But for the most part, like I'm at a point, there aren't any must plays that are out at this particular second. Can't
Mm.
say the same once Armored Core drops and all that other good stuff. But like chill out, man. Like it's not that deep. Like we don't have to be tweeting at these developers, talking shit. Oh, oh. And then I do gotta throw something in the trash.
Oh yeah, good evening, man.
Blake Myers, I know you're not watching this, but anybody that's been around in our nerdum days, that name is probably familiar. Like that man gotta go in the trash, dog. Okay. Earlier this week I had a brief interaction with him where Sean had posted something about Destiny. And I play Destiny. Am I ever like rooting from the rooftops for Destiny? No. But I play Destiny. I enjoy it, whatever. Um he posts something about his frustrations with Bungie. So Blake Meyer comes onto the post and he says, "Hey, the downfall of Bungie and the outcry of the fans is something that I've really been enjoying." So, me being me, a person of the people, I follow up. I'm real chill. I'm like, hey, bro, like,
Excuse me.
I hear you, but it's very weird to celebrate the downfall of a company because ultimately, if things don't go right, people will eventually lose their jobs. I don't know if you've ever been laid off before, but that shit sucks.
Terrible.
He proceeds to follow up with, "You sound like a fanboy." go in the trash. If me being human and thinking about the fact that people have to have human experiences makes me a fanboy, I guess I'm a fan of people. Okay,
Uh,
go in the
uh,
trash. Blake
please.
Myers, like roll up in some old foil with like old ground beef blood in it, roll
Uh,
over in that bitch, and just sleep there. That's all
I'm,
I got though.
yeah, I have nothing. If I have nothing nice to say about anyone, I'm really keeping it pushing because, again, she's so beautiful. She's so cute. Yeah, morning affirmations have been extremely helpful. I'm just like, y'all know who I don't like to engage with, and they know as well. So I'm not gonna act like I'm cool with someone or pretend to be. Shout out to 50. I'm not cool. But yeah, man, I'm good. Get a web developer. Please get a web developer. Because I'm getting real close because the guys know that I can now hack your web page if I want to. I have all your
Mm-hmm.
information. I have your admin login now. And I can just be
Mm-hmm.
bored. Matter of fact, I won't even be bored. I'll just update your shit where it makes sense. I'm like, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
King
So
of mid.
nothing on that, man.
I ain't even worry about that.
Yep. So
You know what
again,
I mean?
I want to thank everyone here. It's always been a pleasure. You guys are always pulling up. We're back on our consistent schedule. You can now catch us here every Sunday at 11 a.m. We're back pushing out content. You can now catch me on my platform on twitch.tv at
Twitch.tv/
CyberCap 2011. I changed my name. There I am. Cybercap. Also, be prepared for some Let's Plays. We are going to do a journey in Baldur's Gate 3. For my birthday, I am holding a fighting game tournament in Street Fighter 6. It's my birthday. I'm not doing
You mean
MKX.
not? You mean not Mortal Kombat 1?
No, or no, hell no. I'm playing Street Fighter 6 for my birthday. I got a special announcer coming through, and I got probably Ryan Shelf. I'm not holding anything back. If you can't make it, we're moving forward. We got to push this product out. I'm tired of people throwing jabs at us saying we're not dropping enough. We're not doing too much. People don't know me and Greg, we got kids we take care of. We got wives who work hard that we want to make sure keep that mental on point, that peace always a part of their lives. But y'all have rattled the cage too many times to the point where now I'm back to where I'm at. My wife told me something yesterday that struck a chord. She was like, "Babe, I see you more as an entrepreneur more than anything else. You did so well within you. I want you to get back to that point. Your hunger and your drive was just something that could not be matched." I'm like, "Oh, say less, baby. We on it." September 28th is my birthday. September 27th is Jordan's birthday, so I will be turning up that weekend tough. And that Saturday, no, his birthday's Tuesday, mine's on Wednesday. That weekend will be going hard for the fighting game tournament, and all that stuff. So we're about to start producing more content. I'm so thankful for you guys to be so understanding for and supportive of our group, and we're working hard. Got some good things coming, so be on the lookout. Any last words, G, before we wrap this thing up? Oh, hold on. And if you want to come on our podcast and talk about topics that you're interested in, please hit us up. We have our own Discord. If you're part of the Discord, reach out and like, hey, I want to do this. Can I come on the platform? Absolutely. Let's link up and let's make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. We out here. The Discord is booming and banging and serving all the babies except for mine because I
Hey,
have to serve my own babies.
hey,
But yeah, definitely, it's that time. So for everybody that's pulled up today, especially Skeeto Baby, who is forever the permanent guest of honor, Demigod Sean, who is a mile high but not in the club at this very moment,
uh-huh.
Ryan, T-Wo the Don might have been lurking today. I don't know if he popped up in chat. Of course, our boy Ray out here as well. And I'm zooming through really fast, so I apologize if I missed anybody. But to all of you guys, you deserve the hardiest gang.
Gang.
Hey, Pooter, can you say gang gang? Tell them gang gang. Say gang gang. Say it. Say gang gang. Say it.
Gang,
Thank
gang.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely. What?
You guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you later.
Oh, Kyle. Yeah, we forgot Kyle. Yeah.
And D-Ray.
Kyle. Yeah. I gotta pee. we just live while they keep calling my name?
Yes, we're getting Baldur's Gate 3, Kyle. We're getting Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I got the luck, so I'll be on, I think, next Sunday? I think it's the 31st or... Oh, no, I've got a little bit more time. But yeah, oh my God.
We gotta go.